No data? Please. Please. Excellent. Hadouken! Fingers crossed. Everyone, fellow Lansradians, the High Council, and to all of those beyond, welcome to a live stream extraordinaire. Well, I like that. Live stream extraordinaire. Um, uh, um, because why the hell not? It's a great day, too, on this worst day of all worst days. I've talked about it a number of times, and it's kind of in the description here of this live stream that I might mention more and more. But yes, you are here with me together, eventually, in and out perhaps. Say hi in the chat. It looks like everything's working today. And Evony TKR, it is the R5 Life with Leto. I'm Leto II, your humble R5 Muad'Dib of the Lands Rad on server 1834 in Evony, the King's Return. The day after Hydras, the day before Ymirs. Evony, Purgatory. We're stuck. There's nowhere to go. There's no escaping it because we love this game. We're obsessed with this game, or at least I am, and you're crazy enough to be here, part of this community, infusing it with energy and life, um, hanging out, learning things, sharing things, feeling good and groovy and supported and loved because I support you and I love you as long as you're doing things the Leto way. No, uh, uh, as long as we are cool, as long as we are cash money, we've got to be cash money. Um, um, I need, I need your help. I need your good vibes and your awesome mojo just to survive this day. Happens every 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, because 11 days for the main event. The main event. And then after that, you've got 3 days, a couple of days, which are kind of slow. One day, we end on the Hydras. We have 1 day post event with more Hydras. And then we have this day, which is the 13th day, where there are no event monsters whatsoever, except we do have every other 2, 3, 4 weeks, it seems. Every other event, Purgatory, it seems like we're getting these Tautiers, maybe even less than that, because it seems like we get the treasure quest, the desert, you know, sand bandits, which I love. Um, welcome. Concurrent viewer, concurrent with con comes from a Latin preposition, prefix from the Latin preposition cum, which means with. So with current, curo curere. I'm not going to go into it. It's another verb, but we are here together. You are with me. I am with you. Thank you for being here with me, Leto R5 of the Landsrad, server 1834. I can't thank you enough for stopping by, saying hello, at least having us on in the background, perhaps for some delightful late night, early morning Leto to help soothe the savage beast inside you, the savage ebony beast. There was a phenomenal album back in the 90s by, at least in my humble opinion, back then in the early to mid 90s when I was a super cool and awesome radical middle schooler. There's a band called The Offspring. I don't know if you heard of them. And they sold out and their music went to shit, but they were still cool and they had this album that totally defined a generation. And like, I just, I held on to it dearly and I still would listen to it. And I could if I, anyways, Smash. That was the title of the album. And why am I talking about this? Because I mentioned something that reminded me about some of the lyrics from that album. What was it? I went down the little rabbit hole, especially when it comes to music. Be careful, that's a dangerous one. All right, and um, the offspring came to mind. Man, I gotta keep them separated. What was it? It'll come to me later. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that is the nature of this day. The day after Hydras, the day before Ymirs. My son's going like this. He had some chores to do. He had to clean his room, make his bed, tidy up a little bit. And now he's like, Daddy, Daddy. What, buddy? A fort? Where? In the bedroom? Well, I mean, you can do that in there. Yes, be careful. Don't mess with any of your sister's stuff. Okay, don't break anything. Be careful. I am here to support you if something goes awry. Thanks for asking, but remember, we've always got to tidy up after ourselves. Huh? I love you with all of my heart and my farts. Um, but yes, it wouldn't be a live stream and or a video and or this delightful community of Evony players and Evony uh, lovers, Evony um, fanatics, enthusiasts, all good words which can describe the bevy of different players that do enjoy and play this game. Hello there, Cerberus. You shall die. I don't like using that word. You shall perish. Perish is a lot better. I don't like those words. They just don't make me feel good. Die and kill. And there I've said them, but even there's monsters here in this game which deserve to be smote. That's the past tense of smite. Smitten. They deserve to be smitten. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know smitten is one. But smote, perhaps. I like that word, irregardless. That's not a word, by the way. But um, they deserve to be struck down to the ground and below. To this is the what the Romans would call the underworld, as opposed to Hades in Greek mythology. But I still don't like to say those words about them. I will slay them. I will smite them. I will rend them asunder. But Olympus forbid that I kill them because they don't die. They go into the ether and the cycle of life, Ebony life, and boss spawns. They spawn somewhere else in another server and or on our map. It's like that old movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven. All Ebony boss monsters go to another part of the map or another server. There, that works. That's just fun. Good, clean fun. But a little insight to my way of thinking and or tender heart. Just don't like using some of those words. Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully I'm coming through as far as the sound goes. If you would be so kind, or if you feel compelled to let me know if I'm not coming through. Sorry about that noise. Clearly and or at a good volume. Oh, shnikes, did I mess something up? Oh, I just switched the boxes. Um, I would happily make some adjustments in real time. I think I can do that without screwing anything up terribly, but I'm going to make some bookmarks here because it's a live stream. It's a little, it's organic, it's fluid. We're going to be just doing regular stuff because this day is such a trying day for me. And perhaps you too, and perhaps your alliance as a whole, because we've got no special event monsters. What's up, dude? I no, man, I can't do that right now. I'm sorry. Mom might help you when she's up, maybe, because those pieces are put else are I put them into a box where we can't reach them. You're gonna have to wait on that one, okay? Very cool. You're gonna have to make room though for it. Is the floor clean in there? A little? Well, it's going to have to be a lot and or completely for that to fit. Okay. So get the room prepped, and I think we can do that today, but you're going to have to be patient because I can't do it right now. It's, it's just the worst timing ever. Um, no event monsters outside of this. I was talking about the Tautier's challenge, which only lasts 2 days. There is a limited amount. It's not even something that you can purchase more um, to get the reward unlocks here. Okay, you get a certain number of these Tautier tablets. Um, uh, via slaying boss monsters. And they come fairly quick randomly. You get 3 of those. And then the daily activities. Let's go take a look at those. I think you get another 3 during the daily activities as well. Not in the first one. At 50? No. Nay. 80? Yes, 2 there. 110. No, but we're going to go to 145 and 2 there. So 7 total each day, 14 for the 2 days that they are here. Hopefully, you are able to, or you have someone that you play with in the alliance, a badass R5 or other badass R4s and or R3s. Anybody who is able to slay the level 3 Tautiers, they are very valuable and they have a potential to drop very, very good, valuable, lucrative items. I like this event. If you satisfy all 40 points, hey, you've earned yourself 3 exclusive Ascension fragments. Baby! It seems like there are more and more opportunities to acquire these extremely valuable items without the cost and or dollars to help ascend and awaken those generals. Moreover, we have got a good amount of 24-hour construction speed ups. Those are worth their weight in gems. Okay, 88 hours. 8 times 8 is 68. You know what? This is what we do. This is what we do. 8 times 8. 64. I was off by 4. So 6,400 hours. Dang. All right. And then we've got 40, 60, 180 days. That is legit as far as those rewards go. Even getting a couple of those knocked off are going to land you some very good, useful, helpful items for your Evony life to progress, to grow strong, to become mighty. I love it. It's a fairly new one. I don't even remember when it came out, but I remember that when it first did, those level 3 Tautiers were over 1 billion. 1 billion power. I believe they were over 1 billion power. So um, they were tough as nails to be able to slay. Thus, it was quite difficult to get 40 points without a tremendous amount of sacrifice in wounded and healing resources and or speed ups, but could be worth it. And there was some good feedback and or Evony received some feedback from the community of Evonians, and they very lovingly, and I think like it was right for them to do, to rebalance the Tautier's difficulties, if you will. So the level 3s are no longer over 1 billion. They are, around 700 million. I forget. I had one of them this morning. One of them, I was lucky enough to get one level 3, and then the other 6 were ding dang level 1s. I want all level 3s. Why? I just spit at you. I'm very sorry about that. Thank you, by the way, for being here, for dropping in, for viewing. I saved this here. I didn't have any buffs on this one. Yeah, it was just straight up. 4,022 is just dandy. Under 5,000. A level 18 monster boss chest, which gives me well over the amount it costs to heal these troops. But this right here, my friends, World Civilizations Rare Pack. That's why we want those level 3s. I wish we could look at their drops. Maybe some of my alliance mates friends, brothers, sisters, peoples in arms, and just, awesome loved ones, honestly, here in the Landsrat on server 1834. Will welcome. Thank you for concurrently viewing here. Evony, TKRTR5 Life with Lito. We're talking about the Tau TAs, the challenge, and how it was rebalanced, and the level 3s are more manageable. Still quite difficult, even the level 2s can be. And I will happily rally those for the sake of the Alliance, for all of us to get those delightful, valuable items, and hopefully benefit from said rallies and slayings. If you happen to miss it here, and or hey, math with happy. Did I say that right? Math with happy. Hello. I cannot. I'm overjoyed. I'm bubbling up with glee. Hello, my friend. I'm going to type there, even though I can say it. Hello, my friend. That you have come by. You have spent your valuable time and energy with me in this community at this very moment, and even said hi in the chat. I tell you what, I'm going to retire. No, I can keep my job and or enjoy this all the more. But hey, how you doing with your Tau TA challenge, my friend? You experienced these bad boys? All right, and gotten those goodies, acquired them, view those rewards. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You even have this redeem option. If you've got some alliance mates and or of course someone in your alliance that can help you slay those, this is really not a good return on them. 1834 math with happy. Before, oh, this is interesting here. Yeah, it's just daily activity. You can't buy any of those. Um, we had recently merged with another server. Can I call you happy? Um, uh, we were 1964 previously, and all of the videos that I had done, let's say at least a month, 2 months ago or so, it feels like, I think. At least we're going into, I think, our third server war this weekend. It'll be the third server war, so it's been a little over a month. Um, we were 1964. We were kind of expecting and waiting to 382, yeah, to merge, because our server 1964 383, I thought I did that one, was dwindling as far as the number of active players and the amount of revenue that that 1964 was generating. As I believe that is something that goes into merging servers, and a lot of dead accounts, dead keeps. And we were merged with 1834, a little bit older. Um, and that's where we are now. 1834. How about you, my friend? What server are you? Are you one of the newer and or merged and or older? I don't, a large number, big, small number? I'd love to know. Experienced, casual player, hardcore like me? I don't know, not hardcore whatsoever. Maybe I am, because I've been essentially rallying for 12 hours now. I can't help myself. Plus, I have insomnia. I don't sleep very well, if at all, at times. So I am going all over the map, Meth with Happy, my friend, because I just trying to bookmark anything and everything. Finding something on this day for me is just painful. And I just wanted to do some regular stuff, perhaps make you dizzy and nauseous by scanning over this map quickly to bookmark anything. I will go beyond the reaches of the server boundaries if I could, to slay anything to keep those goodies coming in, because the day after tomorrow a new event starts. All right, and I'm excited. We just finished our Mother's Day event, and they had the Alliance Carnival. I did a video yesterday which was kind of a just a whirlwind of all kinds of things, leftovers and or saved items, talking about the goodies that I had compiled through that particular event, what I had acquired and or purchased, because I love the Alliance Carnival and the rarities therein, and I'm excited to see where we're going next. Okay, I was actually going to look at when I recorded the video to Tistria, recruit Tistria and awaken him, as well as recruit Rostam and complete that pairing because that was the Starry Pilgrimage. Oh, maybe I got to do that. I was hoping you can hear me. I'm from 1834 now. Used to be 1964. It was a good year. Thanks for asking. I'm going to put that in there. I like to do the chat too. I think we're getting ever closer to another 272 kilometers. It doesn't matter. We got to march. We've got time. They're not being slain by others. Surprisingly, the bots aren't really active right now, and that's great. Bodes well, but slim pickings as far as the I'll be goddamn just the amount of the non-existence of regular boss monsters, except for Garmin Arnor here, level 23, the new B23. What are we at? 4.7 billion. I am able to rally on my own, and I can drink a Ramun and get no wounded. I don't even know how much I would get as far as lost power and or wounded. I don't want to gamble with the cost as far as healing, perhaps over 30,000 T15s. B21 and Azazel, which is I think 2.4 million, 2.6 million. We'll find one, I'm sure, because there is a Kraken, an Ernie McCracken, Stinky Butt Kraken, which is a 1.6 billion boss monster. B20 goes to 1.6. B19 is 1.1 billion. And I will slay those, and I justify it because my double drop rate is high, and I will get enough in return to cover the amount of wounded and healing costs and iron ore and other resources, a couple times over. It'll cost me 2.5 million. No, 1 point something million. I don't remember. I did that in the video yesterday too. But I'll earn about 6 million, 5 million back if I get two of their chests. If I get one of their chests, I'll earn 1 million back. So B19s regularly now, even with the wounded. However, the B20s, I think I have one saved. The B20s, this is the one with the T15s and a March buff under 20,000, but the cost is too high as far as the resources. Under 20,000 as far as wounded, that's with T15s. Under 20,000 and a senior March buff, okay? And then I did a senior March buff with T14s and I had 30,000, nearly 30,500, okay? And it was the same cost and resources to heal all those T14s compared to 10,000, a little over 10,000 less, okay, wounded T15s. So I'm not quite to that point where I need to have under 10,000 wounded essentially to make that worthwhile. Because even if I don't quite make the resources back on a B20, the potential as far as the goodies that a B20 can um, drop are worth it. Yeah, baby, they are worth it. Such as what? Well, the level 3 Tau TAs, I was fortunate enough to get one of those out of my 7 this morning. And Those bad boys give the World Civs rare pack cards. I don't know how many times I'll talk about that today, but suppose as other members of this community and or purveyors of the tube of the U persuasion come through and around who appreciate and or love this game and or play it casually and or competitively or hardcorely. um, I like to mention those things because that's part of what we do here in Ebony TKR R5 Live with Lito. Okay? Not only will we go over stuff, learn about stuff, dive into all of the nuances and crazy things that are just constantly being discovered and or revealed. Revelations abound. Um, this a lot about this channel and this community is sort of experiencing things together that perhaps we have yet to experience or we are about to experience, to see what it's like leading up to them, preparing for them, and following through with them, such as awakening generals, recruiting them, recruiting new ones during certain events, upgrading our keep to K40 way back when. It seems like way back when, and probably the most recent upgrade as far as construction goes is stables level 40 and unlocking my T15. Those are the sort of things I want to share with y'all in Evony TKR. It's the R5 Life with Lito. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of stuff to learn from each other. And it's just cool. It's cool to do with each other. I can't bring myself to do a lot of stuff, honestly, now without sharing it with y'all because this game and all of the experiences therein, for the most part, I am. You got to be here with me. Um, when I, for example, hey, let's labor. It's a labor of love, maybe. I don't know. When you labor, use them as labor. It also takes from the number. You don't get any prestige there, but releasing 1,000 gives you 50 prestige. What am I doing here? Ah, the barracks. This one, thank you, my friend, for concurrently viewing here. Um, the day after tomorrow, which is a really cool movie, by the way, post, you know, the natural disaster. Dennis Quaid and Jake Gyllenhaal and other actors and stuff. We'll start a new event, and if we are following the regular scheduled programming, the regular schedule of things, we just had this sprint returns. Okay, I love honestly the new format that these sprint returns have taken. This was revamped, it was rolled out, it was tested, and it looks like it's here to stay. I love the refining stone one in betwixt the major events, but every other event we have been seeing either speed ups or resource consumption. And um, I'm excited about this next event because I hope that it sticks with our resource consumption because I believe at least by then or through that event a little while in, I'll have enough to upgrade my barracks to level 40, thus unlocking my T15 warriors, the temple warriors, right? Temple warriors. Yes, yes, and then we'll need a lot of good fair amount of resources to train a bunch. I've gone on, I've droned on and on and on about that. I can't help myself. I need to. It's important. It's exciting. We're going to do it, and I want to do it together. Okay? I have no idea. I have a sneaking suspicion that we will see a new general of the siege persuasion. I'm going up to 8th now. I'm surprised I actually had that many. I've been doing my darndest to compile as much as I can. I got lucky today with the Wheel of Civilization. I hope you have been getting lucky with the free spins. I got lucky to get a supremacy scroll fragment, and I'm beginning my collection of those again so I can craft another supremacy piece of equipment for my range this time. Last time I did the Antonine Pilum for my ground march, making 4, getting the march size capacity increase there. Now I need to give my ranged march some love. I'm 1 closer. 1 out of the 30 I need to make a new one there. It's exciting. I love it. I've been getting terrible luck or terrible misfortune, or at least the lack thereof, in spinning the wheel of civilization. Last time in between events, I did not get any, except for you do get guaranteed 2 conquest scroll fragments for free if you spin the wheel 20 times, and you can collect 100 a day, and you get 1 for free, 1 spin for free. The first single spin is discounted at 5, and then the first 100 spins is discounted at 70. You want to do that 70 every day because it's only going to be discounted once, and then it jumps up to 100. And I was very happy to get a supremacy scroll fragment today. That was cool. Super, super cool. And well on my way to another. I haven't looked at these in a while. Yeah. You want me to break right now? Okay. My friends, I will be right back. Okay. You guys in that door. Travel safe. Love you. I'm glad the weather calmed down. I'm coming back. Thank you for your patience. I'm wearing pants. Hopefully this connects. Yeah, yeah. What's going on? Family's going out of town here, so just running over some logistics as far as what they'd like to see happen. Normal stuff, usual. Happy to oblige. Their dog, our family dog, becomes our dog more. Hey, check it out, 65 of those. I'm gonna wait till more of us are on so we can do that together. That's fun. Oh, we're 1 away on 2 of them. 2 of them to summon a Viking boss. That would be boss. Oh, time to rally a little bit more. We're getting some good double droppage. We likes those senior steens, senior resource packages, chests are very helpful. Very helpful. Speed ups, very helpful. Not quite to the epic. I can at the wounded, and then epic Cerberus The Cerberi, if it was Cerberi, if it was plural, the plural nominative form of Cerberus would end in an I with a macron over the top, which would make that I sound like an E. It's not Cerberi, although that's what we do. In Latin, it would just be E. I makes the E sound. The AE diphthong makes the I sound. Ain't that some shit? I love it. I I know Latin. Okay. I do. Got a minor. I minored in it. Anywho, let's keep going. 9:30. We're nearing another 4-hour refresh, so we will donate. 2 a.m. my time. 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah. 9:30. We'll do some donations. We'll go look at our tavern to see if there is anyone to recruit. Oh, I think there we go. We've got a couple of Fafnirs. I think it's funny. You go slay Fafnir, and you could possibly be wielding Fafnir. My friend Math with Happy, I'm so glad that they came by, asking, saying hi and asking me which server I'm from. Maybe they don't like server 1834. And they're like, oh. No, I don't know. But it was really good to have that interaction. Uh, and say hi to somebody, answer a question, hoping they could hear me. Should have typed in there. Perhaps I'll be back. Wherever you are in the world, in the States, in the Americas, in the Western European and or Eastern European and or Eurasian area, different time zones. Here, Central U.S. time, we're looking at 9:31 a.m. Normal people Normal people are probably at work right now, but perhaps some long lost and or not lost at all, but some of the beginning members, if you will, players and or people that I first started to spend time with on this channel in this community. I know one of them in particular, Loring Systems. Think about you all the time. And Yasser Al-Haddad, um, Timbo, you out there still? They Loring Systems lives across the pond in the UK, I believe. So they might come by eventually because they might be getting off work soon over there. 9:30, what, 7 hours ahead or so, I believe. My brother-in-law is from England, from a small town named Chester. And I think I've got the time zone down a little bit. Who knows? Spent so much of my life talking out of my ass. Maybe I'm so convincing that you believe me. All right. All right. I have done a lot of perusing within the 200-kilometer mark. Anything and everything I have actually found, much to my surprise, a couple of regular boss monsters. Well, we don't, like I said, we don't have any event monsters right now, so there's nothing to hunt down as far as we just had the lava turtles. Before the lava turtles, I think we had the witches. The witches just before that. We haven't seen the warlords or the golems in a while. Those ones, one of those two will be next. I suspect we'll see the warlords next, day after tomorrow, which is a good movie, by the way. We said that. Tomorrow, the Ymirs come, and in the morning, on the first day of the Ymirs, generally, here we go, Azazel is 2.6. I can slay that one on my own if I wish. I don't want to use my ramen drinks, though. And I just don't need to at the moment. I'm not hurting so bad that I want to go after that because they don't, they just, surprised they don't give the surprise, the surprise lucky gift, hunter's surprise gift. There's the hunter's lucky gift, and what? We'll have to find that B20 again. I don't think the B20 does either, but I know an epic Baird Knight. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for joining Late Night Leto. No, it's early here, perhaps late night where you are, but this is Evony TKR. It's the R5 Live. Hopefully the sound's coming through okay. Try not to trail off too much as far as my voice goes. But I was talking about some of the big boss monsters and how it's so hard to find some of the regular ones. I tell you what, my next fame quest that I'm trying to go for in the Smite category is the B17 Typhon, and there is nothing more rare, at least on this new server that we have just merged with a little over a month ago, than the Typhon. I have been in the 600s for over a month now, and I might find two a day, and I love it, and that's awesome. But I want to check off another one, Conqueror of Typhon. I find more. Sorry about that extra noise. I find more of the Stymphalian bird. I've been adding to that regularly lately, and that's just fine. This is interesting. Defeats in battlefields do not count. I'm curious. Has anybody ever seen a Stymphalian bird on a battlefield? Or an Amit? I've been doing a lot of those. Holy shnikes. 633. Is that more than the Typhon? 633 for the Amit. Now I can't even see it for the love of Pete. For the love of Pete, who's Pete? I don't know. I've never really known a Pete. God damn, where is it? There we go, 676. So I've almost caught up to it and or surpassed it. But B17s, I want them. They are, they're leprechauns. You see one, you can't get close to it. Every time you do, they disappear on the other side of the rainbow. You're never going to get the pot of gold. They are crafty. They just don't appear regularly. And it'd sure be nice. It'd be swell. Darn it, it'd be rather swell to check a couple more of those off of the list. But we are in a dry season, Purgatory, as I call it, stuck waiting for the salvation of a new event and new event monster and a glorious 11 days of our regular boss monsters, regular, and a healthy amount, hopefully, of of the event monster, which I'm going to guess is the Warlord. I don't remember seeing the Warlord in a while. We've got the four different ones as far as the Lava Turtle, which we just had. Before that, we had the Witch, and there's the Golem and the Warlord. I think we are due for a Warlord. Oh man, I'm excited about the new event. I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be a huge one like the Starry Pilgrimage. Reminds me again, I need to see how long ago Tistria was, because it seems like once a quarter, or maybe once a quarter, which would be every 3 months. Maybe it's every 4 months, so it's every third of the year. What would we call that? A third, not every third? Every quarter? Um, each fiscal year. No, we have a significantly monstrous, huge event. I think it's just too soon since the Starry Pilgrimage 2026. Just too soon. We had Tistria, and they did Tistria again because they've been repeating for 2 weeks. I like that instead of just a new one every week. It's been nice, and it's given a lot of players, or more players at least, an opportunity to recruit the newest general more often because their percentage stays higher. Tistria twice. Yeah, and then we had like Olaf Skotkum, we had Daniel Morgan. Pretty sure those siege generals, two in a row, as a matter of fact. You know what? There's an easy way to tell. There is an order of the most recent generals on the Epic Historic Premium tickets, please. Did you know this? Probably if you have been here with us together in this community, because I look at all of those details often. 371, 246. Wow, 239 kilometers away. I don't know why I was looking without rallying. I need to go into the keep and check some stuff out. 609 to 246. 609, 246. How many? Should have done that one. Already slayed these ones, right? Yeah. Yeah, see? Wow. Getting everything. There we go. I'm only doing 3 rallies right now because server monarch competition right now, since the server war is going to start on Friday. And it is resource gathering day. So I've got, oh wow, I'm in first right now. Interesting. I've got three of my gatherers out. Yeah. Plus there aren't even really enough boss monsters to, I think, throw out 4, let alone 5. 5, let alone 4 different rallies. Yeah. Yep. Coming up on the end of the Wishful Windmill Festival. So tomorrow, the day before the next event, that will end. It's a great event. Lots of good rewards. Tomorrow we can potentially get ourselves another 70, 90, 100, 130 whistling Dixies to spin the Summoning the Wind. Right now I have 120. I'll at least get 80. I'd have to spend $5 to get that extra, 20 or 30, and I don't think I'm going to do that. But if I do 80, I can still take this down. Get over 20. 14 sucks. Come on. 16 sucks. Big money, big money. Stop. Whoa. You there, concurrent viewer. Thank you. You've brought me good fortune, good luck. You brought all that good mojo and vibage. I have never gone over 40 before. Holy smokes. I didn't even know it could go up to 51. That is huge. And I still got plenty of spins for tomorrow. And I'll be gosh darned. It's like it was meant to be. It's kismet. It's serendipitous to redeem another 500 runestones. So I've been able to purchase 6 of those. 6 times 5 is 30. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. um, Cashed in on all the excellent dragon coins, the blood of Ares, all of these refining stones, all of the treasure chests. Oh my gosh, all of the tactic scrolls. Got a lot of stuff back on that one. Holy smokes, because that one lasts a month and it's totally worth it. This one here, you get a little discount coupon if you get it once. So the first time's $20, and all of the times after it's going to be 15 discounted because that coupon doesn't expire. It's pretty neat. Just stays in your inventory. Please don't change that, Evony. Then you get these nice little wish boxes. Oh, they've been doing so bad lately. I haven't been able to get past the green one. Rallying. We need to go in the keep and look at some stuff. I have no idea if I'm missing anything. It's okay. We're just playing. So it's dropping in and out. That is awesome. Oh, you know what? I've done so much as far as my upgrading goes, as far as march size capacity, leveling up some dragons, significantly increasing the power and potential of my siege march, that I might be able to pass this 200 level 260. Doesn't tell us what we're going to get. The march sizes here is just over 4 million. With the senior march buff, I can get mine up over 4 million, almost 5 million for my mounted march, about 4.5 million for siege. I think siege might work best for this one, honestly. Siege against siege is going to be just fine. This is the toughest one. I've been able to pass these other two with mounted, of course, but then I just get wasted by Simeon the Great and his ranged armada, because these go all the way up to T-15s. And I only have T-15s in my mounted. I don't have siege T-15s yet, but I am powerful. Been really paying attention to that one, trying to invest in that one as much as I can. It's been fun. Got a text here. Control logs in the garage, far corner near the garage door wall. Just turn the knob to off its gray box. Oh, okay. Okay, Daddy-O. Will do. I love you. Travel safe. Heart emoji. Plus, in our Wisdom Dome, I have been upgrading the Goddess Attendant. These are the defending siege, because right now I'm defending. I need to turn it onto the attacking siege machine, because you don't go into an in rally on the expedition, but you get so many good items in that. And it was pretty darn close before I did all of these upgrades. I don't know if I want to use a senior march buff right now. They're so valuable, even though I've got enough. Maybe I'll wait till some of us get on latest. Might do multiple sesh today. Some of us are playing. Summon some of those Tautiers. I wanna try and get some more cards. Here we go. It's a level 1. Level 1. Oh, it's an hour and a half. We need to take care of business here. Sorry, Bri. Sorry, Bri. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dear Tautier was just sitting there. I feel like a horse's patoot. I am so happy, by the way, that our live stream is working really well, and I've just jinxed us, you know, because that's for real. This is cool song. Da, 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 do, 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 do. Be quiet. Beta mode. I'm pulling up the YouTube channel as well. Cool. 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 I just wanted to see, because I have a control panel, a chat panel within my online broadcaster software, and everything's syncing up really well. I'm going to get rid of that so I don't screw anything up. All right. Yesterday, in the most recent video posted, we opened a Civilization Scroll random box from the Alliance boss, which had one of two sets in it, the Freedom Hero and the Corio. And we didn't get a new one. We actually got another 30 fragments of the Freedom Hero Bents. We were able to amplify those. And we spent some time supporting each other, loving each other, helping us get through the painful process of refining. Hey, awesome. All right, be some more good luck. And for the heckles of it, let's put on a Junior Steen. March size buffage. Oops, not a truce agreements, at least not right now. We will for SDS coming up very soon. We're looking groovy as far as our blazons. I always have to double check for some reason. I think, and I do need to look at the my other set, my honor set, because I opened 399. That's how high the stat gets as far as your blazons go. Recently, yesterday, as a matter of fact. Thank you, my friends, for joining me on this journey. All right, everybody, drink. Every time someone says journey, you got to drink. It's a drinking game. Whatever it is that you fancy at 10 a.m. in the morning, if you're from this part of the world, and or whatever else time you are at. Doesn't matter. I'll drink anything at any time. If I'm thirsty, or if it's there, warm, lukewarm, 2 days old, I won't do that. It's actually really gross. Well, you know what? Maybe I would. It's been a long time. I'm not that wild anymore. Okay. I'm hoping my friends. Ooh. While we're here, we were talking about this earlier on. The relatively new Tau TAs, the Tau TA challenge, which has been rebalanced. Before these were over 1 billion, now they dropped down over 200 million as far as their overall power to 805, which is still very high. That's higher than a B18. The Amits are 7 something. I used to remember. Anywho, a B18 I can slay without wounded with a junior march buff, and a junior march buff with Maria Theresa puts me at 3.6 million, 3,645,000. That is great as far as Maria Theresa and Ethelflaed go because they are not inherently, you know, large march size buffing generals. Maria Theresa actually does have a march size buff ascension skill, which is incredible. And then you throw down on a senior, the level 4 march size there, so you can beef her up 22%. That's awesome. It's really, really special if you can get her to 8 stars. She will be dealing a lot of damage. She's done a lot of work with this junior buff, and where I have come with rally spot 40, um, where I am with my rally officer, my civilization treasure. I've increased my march size to this amount, and a B18 can now be slain without any wounded. And I'm desperately working on getting to that much less and or 0 wounded for the Stymphalian bird. Even with the senior march buff against the B19, the Stymphalian bird is still wounding just over 5,000. This is fine. Hey, the unknown Trump, being from 1783. Welcome, 1783, about 101 older than us. Ancient. It's been 84 years, 101 years. That is so cool. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi and dropping the server location represent, as the young people say. Let's see here. I'm assuming you can hear me too. Oh, I'm going to say that's awesome because it is. Um, uh, what's it like over there? What's it like in your neck of the woods? I don't know if you've ever heard that little, colloquialism. Your neck of the woods. Oh, what is my range buff? You're just going for it. Honestly, I love it. It's a great question. My range buffage is actually probably my lowest out of all of my marches, out of all of my troop types. Why? Because I have heavily focused on mounted. Okay, for the sake of slaying big boss monsters, for the purpose of providing and or generating income items for the Landsrad and all of us therein. Let's take a look. I did. I didn't have my Monarch equipment on. Okay, I didn't have my Monarch equipment on, but and I've been messing around with my blazing so much that I've been kind of going up to 15 and then down back to 13 because my level 15 random blazing attribute has been rubbish. And I went through and for the first time in a long time passed the hell difficulty of Huns this morning, and I used range to get past that last stage, stage 10. Um, Did 4,000 in each layer, and then I just stacked all T14s and a few in T13s as far as the range go. And my buff there without any monarch equipment on, which would have increased it quite a bit more, is just, the attack is at 2505. 2505. This is probably the best report to see it. Okay. This one there at the end, stage 10, the last three stages, we threw on the 50% buff for the 10 minutes. The crew and I, it's just some players that I met. I actually went through one of the difficulties with one of the players before, and then we saw each other in the hell run, and we used ranged to smite to tear that Hun's fort down. And I am at a paltry 2505, 2,505% as far as my attack, 2175 defense, and 2260 for my HP. The the ranged troop technology. All right, cool. Under 4,000. That's awesome. Dang, I like blood crystals. That's awesome. But I wanted to get more of the, what do you call it? Um, yay, more of the rare cards. I'm gonna just go do this real quick. All right, let's take a look at some more things. That's a level 2. And you're level 3 here. Yeah, there we go. Level 3, I just send to Maria Teresa, and then level 2, I will take care of with Caesar and Theodora. Right on. Okay. Uh, so new servers, good buffs rather than old servers. So better on the newer rather than the older. I don't know. Like we were 1964, and we just merged with 1834 a little over a month ago, and they'd been around longer, thus they've had more time essentially to increase theirs. So I would assume perhaps that older ones might have an advantage because they've been playing the game longer, you know? Maybe. So you, my friend, on 1783, perhaps you are experiencing higher ranged buffs than than we are. Um, let's see here. I don't have any report. I have some battlefield reports I can look at where we. It's interesting. Some of these I'm surprised aren't as high as I would expect them to. These are all Huns runs. Let's take a look. You got me going. I love this. This is what live streaming is all about. Huns, buttons, Hun. Battle with level 45 NRG. I don't know if they were actually level 45, because a lot of players will put that in their name. What did they hit me with here? Suleiman, that's see, just one. Let's see here. I think they were just for shits. No, that was a Huns run. Check it out, check it out. Scouted Crystal Mine. Here we go. Battle with LASD. That was me attacking them's. Defense lost because they were working on me and they were rallying me. It took them about 20, 30, 40 times. Polygonist that's mounted. Defense is one here. Romulus. Come on, come on. There has to be. They were hitting me with range left and right. Here we go. Marcus Agrippa. All right. Monkey D. Luffy. All right. Cool. One Piece. I don't remember what level they were. They were. Look at this. I mean to drop their name as far as I don't want to reveal anything as far as this player goes and or say anything negative. I am not. But this particular player, I believe, was K40-ish, K39 or so, and they're at 1789, and they were an older server than us. Let's see here. Black Boa, no. I was getting hit by a K42 often. There we go. Five. That was only one. Damn it. Ground. Come on. This was just, throwing one at me when I was defending something. Attacks lost, attacks lost. I was just soloing somebody over and over and over again for the heck of it. I didn't save any. I'm so sorry. This is a great question because now I'm interested to see too. I often do in these reports look to see where they are, what they are doing, where some of these other players are, especially when they come in there with K41 and K42 represent. Here we go. General 45. They're going solo on me, which is just fine. But once again, under 2,000. and these were bigger keeps than me. I've got more power as far as true power and stuff, but they were a higher keep level, at least one level, K41 or K42. So, you know, we all go about things a different way as far as how we advance. I am, not armed to the gills and or full and or have exponential wealth to be able to kind of fast track myself essentially. Did I just rally something that disappeared? Oh, there. Junior Cerberus. No, okay. Um, so what I like to do is, have more than enough resources to do whatever construction and then beyond it, because when you level your keep up to level 41 eventually, that's not going to do much for you except look cool because you're going to need to take care of your, rally spot. That's what I do first, rally spot in army camp, and then you're going to need to have enough resources to upgrade your military academy. That's where I will go next. Oh crap, it's Pat. Hey, it's perfect timing. It's actually right at 10. So I'm going to get these donations in. I like to stay on the every 4 hours, but of course I miss those all the time. But I'll spend and splurge these 88 gems to get it back on track. But the unknown Trump, let's take a look here and I'll show you why mine aren't as high as they could be. A, because I'm constantly working on my, what do you call it? My refinements. Some of them are bad, but they have been getting better. So during these refining events, I've been, just painfully watching my gems go down. Wouldn't my refining stone stock go down? But all of my, level 40 academy is done. I've got nothing to do in there at all. My military academy, I have straight invested wholeheartedly, just headlong into my mounted technology. So a while ago, a long time ago, I maxed out my mounted troop tech. And then I moved over. Actually, the first thing I did was in Siege when I unlocked military MA5. Why? Because of strike, march size capacity. I was like, boom, I need that. It's so essential to putting yourself over that next hump when it comes to no wounded on big monsters. So strike 3, I went for that one. And I think MA5. No, I got that with MA4. And then MA5, I went right to strike 3. And I dumped all of my military, my tactics scrolls in there. And I had some left over. So then I started to work on my rally capacity and training capacity just to get these into the next levels. And I have a siege heavy defense. Um, so I'm going through and I'm going to max out except for the training troops, and I'm at just over 27 million with my rally capacity, and we don't have that much in our alliance right now, so I don't need to expand that, and it's plenty for a large group in the Huns, let's say. So I'm going to max out my siege, and then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my ground. I'm gonna unlock my T15s hopefully in the next week. uh, Temple Warriors, and I'm going to focus on ground. And then, last but not least, I'm going to jump into my ranged. So, my ranged essentially is my weakest. Um, Thus, my buffs can be and will be much better than what they are now, um, because there's a lot to do. There is a lot to do as far as what the ranged can do. But I just don't have the tactic scrolls, and I'm prioritizing other things first. How about that? Is that all right? Am I doing okay? Am I crazy? Maybe. Uh, the range is such a huge. I mean, it's the bee's knees, but my range is it seems to be doing fine. I mean, I was kind of surprised that I rocked this. Um, with some fairly strong other players. They lost half of theirs, and I only lost, well, not even a quarter maybe there with what I had, just over 2,500. This used to be awesome, right? Over 2,000, and your ranged buffs used to be like that's what's up. And now we're seeing over 3,000 and beyond, and that's just fun and crazy and cool. Let's see here. I got some save stuff. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling now. Oh, they purged all my save stuff. It's a bummer. I had some reports that were saved. They're in another video with the buffs explained. Do we have any more Tau TAs? So my friend there, or at least new viewer, I don't know if you are the one left, Mr. Unknown Trump, asking about my ranged. Thank you for that. Hopefully it was somewhat impressive, uh, or not necessarily trying to impress. I'm trying to survive, honestly. Um, I hope you're doing well. I hope yours are up there. But I don't know. I wouldn't expect to see new ones unless you are fairly wealthy to spend what you need to get those higher ranged buffs faster. Takes taken me some time, certainly. Oh, it's time to take care of another one. Healed. So with the junior March buff, the level 3 Tau TAs, which are 805.1 million or so, those are um, still giving me a little wounded, but not that much, not nearly enough to cause me to worry about how much it costs. Why? Because they're giving me level 18 monster chests, which makes sense. And in there, we've got 5 times 5, 2.5 million. As far as each resource goes, 2.5 million, double dropped, 5 million, 5 million flat. And what did it cost me? 1.5 million to 1.5 million to heal. So that's 3.5 million uh, profit for that amount of wounded, and that's kind of what I go for. All right, so we're going for number 2 there. Number 2, number 1. I order you to take a number 2. That was from an old ass small skit in a great TV show, animated show called Beavis and Butthead. Those were the days. Good old MTV, Beavis and Butthead. They used to play music videos. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced that era, but we're talking early to mid 90s. And then all we got was the real world, road rules. Things turned into Jersey Shore and all that stuff. GTL, Jim Tan Laundry. I don't know. Was that on MTV originally? Had to be. Real World is actually pretty cool. Anyways, I digress. I'm going to take a look at these other things too. These are great questions. It's so cool to have people come by and ask how things look under the hood. We checked out our ranged, and I think, things are the same there. 25, 24, 45. So it's a little bit lower, actually, if you're still around, Mr. Unknown, because each stage of the Huns, you can pick a team or a personal buff. I always pick the team buffs, and it looks like I added a team buff of something on that next one. I was wearing um, I was wearing Siege Monarch equipment, so that's why this was lower. I don't know what it would actually look like with all of the ranged, but I usually go into the Hell Run with just Siege, and everything else does fine. There we go. I have Tistria. I put a new dragon on Tistria recently. Okay, so they're not as powerful as they were before. They were at 11.5 million power with Fafnir and with the refinements attributes of mounted. Now I've switched it to Siege, and I have put Radiant Worm on Tistria. So they have dropped a little bit as far as their buffs go altogether. And what that wasn't. Wearing their equipment either, but they're the mounted here over 2,500, a little bit better in the HP and defense. Okay, let's see here. And that was also, I didn't do any ground during that run. Let's see what the siege was looking like. I shit can't use that outside of Battlefield. I haven't really ever looked at these, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. Come on. Well, we went through at least the first 5 levels with the siege action. 'Cause that's what you do, and those are pretty good too. So at least I think. I mean, they work well. They get me through six. They get me through the first 6 stages, and then I usually throw ranged at 7, and then it depends on what is 8, perhaps mounted, and then you kind of range yourself out there. We seem to have a good crew this morning, but I haven't gotten through the hell difficulty in so long, like a year. And I have really invested in my siege game, and lo and behold, we completed it. Yeah, yeah. So I will be able to this time around get both of my conquest scroll fragments because I will get the 8,000. You know, what are they called? Banners, shield, something or other. Barbarian flags. Makes sense. Barbarian, by the way, is a Greek word. Comes from barbaroi. All right. And it just means foreigner, someone who is not native to whatever particular part of the world or land that they are in. When we think of barbarians, we think of these brutes, and like the Huns were, are perhaps brutish. They were nomads and conquerors, uh, and maybe less refined than some other cultures, but they weren't necessarily these, um, dumb barbarians who just kind of went around and pillaged and plundered, mindlessly and stuff. They were barbarians and or barbaric because they weren't from there. It means foreigner in Greek. Barbaroi. Barbaroi is the plural nominative version of where the fuck am I? uh, did I send a rally way over there? No. Um, plural nominative plural nominative version form of the sorry of the noun for barbarian in Greek. There you go. There's a lesson for you in language. That'll be a year's worth of tuition, please. Hey, we have a dead keep here that usually and sometimes has a lot of resources, but they're just come over here, so they've probably been hit a number of times today. But maybe there's, 10 million, 6, 7 million of something in there. We'll see. I want more Tautiers. Come on. I didn't get lucky with any of them. 1.4. We need to let that recharge more. Just the 18s, which is fine. Blood crystals is good. I want more of the rarities. Excuse me. Whew. I want some more of those civilization rare card packs. Boy, am I excited to complete some of the gold card sets finally. I've been getting too impatient with my composition cards, composition tickets, and I've been trying to go for some diamond versions that I haven't really needed to, and I should have rather focused on gathering enough of the composition tickets, please, to complete at least the gold collection. Because sometimes you can get a diamond through just getting your gold, and if you were to get the diamond first before the gold, it would take care of the gold too. It happened to me on a couple of them. I was like, no, I didn't get the gold and I don't have any more cards. I was very lucky to get the diamond on the first roll, if you will, but getting the diamond satisfies the gold requirement. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone, 2 cards, 1 roll, 1 compose. I don't know. What do we got? We're running out of things here. I might just throw. No, this is. I'm just not going to worry about putting them all out there all the time. I'm kind of waiting on everyone to summon their Tautiers and hoping for the big ones. And then as I go through my bookmarks here, hopefully something will populate and respawn around one of them, like a B18, 17, 18, 19. I want those. I want those. I don't think I have acquired and or received or slain enough of the bigger monsters to get all of my hunter's lucky gifts for the day. 10 a day. So I should be at 680 now, or by the end of the day, I should be at 680. Where am I? 676. I need four more. Four more to get my 10 for the day. And there just hasn't been those big monsters that drop them like it's hot. So I need to find those. Let's go over here by this farm, bot farm. They sometimes have the big ones. What is that? Just lurking around because they don't factor those into their programs or whatever that automatically rally them and they're not strong enough either. Kind of speaking under my breath. I don't want to speak too ill of things, but it really grinds my gears. Let's see here. Hey, there we go. We got another level 2 Tautier that's got some good stuff too. Some potentially, they're limited drops on a lot of those things too, a certain amount per day. So that is also why we're not seeing some things. But man, there's nothing over there either. We want a level 4 Cerberus or Knight, or even a B15 and above. B13s are great, and I'll slay those. They're good for prestige, and they give often. You get your Achaemenidae and Dragon Scroll chests from them too, fairly regularly. You can get them on a consistent basis, especially if you slay enough of them. Oh, we were talking about, or I was mentioning the surprise gift, the Hunter's Surprise. We've got the Hunter's Lucky one, the Hunter's Surprise gift. Surprised that the B20s don't drop these. They're a newer one that has been added, and they got some good stuff in there. I especially like the military treatises and the bright dragon coins. But I'm not yet to that point to limit my wounded to justify doing that regularly without using a Romune, and those are in short supply. I don't go to this side of the map very often because our other alliance on the server is not too far over there, and generally when I try and rally something over here, it is gone before I get there. But they seem to be rather docile today, which is good, considering there are not many boss monsters around. Oh, I happen to go by them there. I always randomly come across them too. I always forget where they are. These maps are so weird. It's like I'll go this way, and then if I look, my spot will go like down here if I move like 2 kilometers. It's so strange. Whoop, there we go. How far did it move? Not very far that time, but some parts of the map, maybe you've noticed it too. And it's just, the dimensions of it. And I think I'm staying far away from some of the alliance and stuff. Like, holy shit, I'm actually really close. I thought I was so far because it looks, doing the eye test like I'm far away, but I am not. But I do a pretty good job. I'm always double checking before I go after something. Hey, check out these guys hiding over here. Double trouble. I like that. I've done my fame quest for these bad boys. Yomanganda B16s. Where are those B17s, man? Person, woman. I'm going the distance. I am going for speed. Look at this. Have you noticed this anywhere around your server? I have not seen this before. And I don't think this is because of... Oh! I know. These are the cities, the subordinate cities during the it's gone now. It left yesterday. The sub-city, event that we get every event. Those are the cities that no one bid on. So this particular Europe uncommon subordinate city didn't even have one uh, um, bid on it. Thus, it opened or on its own, and it's going to take 24 days for that shield to come down. That doesn't make sense. 24 days if it was just not bid on. Because I've seen some blues and plenty of greens, and they all have a month timer on them. And I'm wondering, if we've got some greens and blues, some uncommon and some uh, excellent cities around, maybe somewhere hiding around the map, we can find legendaries or epics. Have you ever seen an epic city randomly spawn? What's up, buddy? Where are you going? You can have one. All right. Okay. I think I'm doing good here. I've come across in my Evony lifetime three epic cities just sitting there. Not because they weren't bid on, not because there wasn't anyone who didn't win them in the event. They just appeared. They appeared, and the way that I believe they have appeared spawned randomly instead of were just left over by somebody who forgot about it or the key expired is because you'll see an NPC or right a subordinate NPC subordinate city. There is no mayor there, but check this out: NPC subordinate city Kim Si Min. See, there's a mayor there. Thus, this is a particular city that has spawned, and is just out there available. I don't think it was from the event. Pretty sure Korea, the only city that was Korea was an epic because there was a Russia legendary and maybe a Europe. And then there was America, which I got epic, a Russia epic, a Korea epic, and a China epic. So that's four, five. I don't, so this populated and or spawned randomly and is available. We have a lot of legendaries out there, actually. Um, and when we merge servers, the ranks change for a lot of us. So some of us can't go upgrade these cities because we'll lose that spot. All right, I need to go take care of this doutier here. Because when you drop in ranks as far as Duke and Archduke and those titles, you will lose a subordinate city slot. And that was a huge bummer for a lot of our players from server 1964. I believe I was the only one to not lose it. My ranking did drop from Regent to Archduke, but I'm comfortably at 8 and expect to stay there and maybe get higher. Hey, 1935! No way! I I recognized your name. You have stopped by and or spent time with us before, right? Man J9 Y2G. I swear maybe I gave you a shout out in one of the uh, videos before because you had commented. All right, from Japan. Hello. What time is it in Japan? Are you supposed to be at work right now? No, I'm kidding. Normal people here within the central United States time zone are working right now. They're maybe getting close to lunch. Hello, my friend. Typing in there. Awesome. What did we go against each other? Did we uh, have SVS when we were 1964? Because we've merged here with 1834. I'm curious. I haven't participated in the last two, the most recent server wars. Um, just haven't wanted to. I could have in one of them. We won, and that would have been nice because it would have opened another mounted seat in my Council of State, and that would have helped tremendously with my mounted defense and mounted monsters, big boss monster hunting. But man, I wasn't motivated. Um, Getting used to the lay of the land, working towards and or saving up for some big projects like um, I think I brought my military academy up to 5 before we merged. It was probably saving up for stables level 40. I don't remember. But um, I don't think that we have gone against each other while in 1834. My friend from Japan here on 1935. That was definitely 1964. Was it the one we won? We only won one while we were there. It's so cool to see you again, to have you here. I think it is absolutely so sorry they fall out of my ears. It is so cool to connect with you uh, after going against each other on the battlefield way back whenever it happened. These happen every 2 weeks or so. It seems like it's always there. It's always happening, and it's so cool to see you again. I'm rather speechless. Thank you, my friend, man, J9Y2G from Japan. That is so cool. Thanks for being a part of this community and saying hi. I trust that that was a time in our server's life when we were rather respectful and honorable, dignified, if you will. We went through some rough times on the old server 1964 as far as how we interacted with other servers during server wars. A lot of us matured and learned some good lessons, and some of us left. Yeah. Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you. My friend here from Japan, man, J9Y2G, mentioned in the comments after I asked about us going against each other, our servers going against each other in server war, that I happen to stand out amongst our other players and would. Oh yes, please send me that friend request. I'd love that. They were. I left the impression that I was rather strong. It means a lot. It means a lot to me that I made an impression at all. It is so cool. I'd like to think that perhaps we had, said hello in a chat somewhere whilst going against each other in. Yeah, send me a friend request there, my friend here. It's just Lito the second. I'd love that. What was I saying? Made an impression at all. Oh, I'm curious as far as if when and during our SVS together, our server war, were did I did I happen to hit you? I don't like hurting people. Um, it's not in my nature. It's the nature of the game, essentially. And in order to progress and improve, unlock things, scoring, high scores in server wars is necessary, but I am not one to constantly punish and or zero. I know that's a horrible sound. I'm so sorry. I have the most frustrating ear holes west of the Mississippi. Because you know, when you talk, your ears move, right? And whenever I talk, these things just get looser and looser and fall out. And I hope my sound is still sounding groovy as far as my voice. Here we go, another one. Come on, we need some level threes. Already got that one. Level threes, we want those rare card sets. Well, let's go get the other B16 here. Jormungandr. It's been a long time, so getting that friend request. Boom! Awesome. I'm going to approve. Leto approves my new friend. Approve. I mean, that is so neat. Asking me to send a friend. I would do the same. We seem to be, I think, very much alike in our approach, interaction, and just demeanor when it comes to the players in the community here. In Evony, the King's Return, turn. Yes, I have accepted it. Here you are in my cross server friends, 1935. All right, Yama P. I just want to look at it real quick because I thought that the dot dot was uh, is it Yamap. I don't know where the emphasis is. Yamap. Forgive me. That is so cool. I love it. Hey, check it out. You've got the fishing master there. All right, I like it. You invest in very wisely. Is a wise choice to spend the time with Poseidon's Day event, which I believe. Hey, I need to tape these things in my ear. The next event, which starts the day after tomorrow, which is a really cool movie, by the way. I've mentioned that a couple of times. Yamapi, Yamapi. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Awesome. Typing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I feel so cool. I seriously do. Feel super cool. Um, Poseidon's Day. It's coming again. It is so good, lucrative, meaning what you can get in committing to that event regularly is so valuable. Hey, there you are, my old friend. It's time for you to pay for your crimes of existing on this map. I'm so glad. I like to. The boss monster fame quest. Yes. Thank you. Yamapi, my new friend, coming to say hi, remembering our time together in a previous server war, 1935. Sadly, all of our stuff from 1964, as far as records and saved reports and stuff, is gone. When we merged with 1834, everything has been purged for some reason. Even most recently, I had some reports saved because I would have probably been able to go through some of the stuff and see some of our time together. But okay. It just takes a little while to load. I'm gonna go through that again and see. Golly, things become such a blur, and I feel like an asshole because I remember a lot of stuff, but for some reason I haven't the servers that we have gone against where I've made good connections with other players from around the world. Um, I just they haven't stuck in particular. I'm curious though. Your server 1935, okay? So just slightly older than we were on 1964. I'm curious if I had met anyone else during our time. 1923, there you are, my friend. Sunfather and Asua, we met them very early on in our server wars. We got our butts kicked to 2099, Spider-Man 29. It's a good comic book arc. 1817, 56. Doesn't look like it. 56. Were you 56? Yeah, me. Numbers. Yeah. No, that was that one. Golly. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh my gosh, did I lose you? It's already reshuffled. God damn it. I have to know. I have to know. There you are. Damn. There we go. 1935, not 56. Okay. So it doesn't seem like I connected with anyone during that server war as far as interactions beyond what we did in perhaps the chat and on the battlefield. But how cool. I'm curious if uh, did I share my channel at all then, or our channel, this community back then? As I know some people, and I was starting to talk about it, and it was kind of brand new and just beginning, and or did I come across like you're suggested when you were going through YouTube and or searching for something for Evony? I'm curious about how perhaps any and all of us have become a member of this community. Evony TKR, it's the R5 Life with Lito 15 minutes ago. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, we're marching towards that B16, which is that one. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Let's send Caesar and Theodore there. Good double drops on an excellent bad night. 553, 553, boop, 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 shabloips, and they deserve to be struck down. I'm working on Beowulf here as far as ascending him to get his March debuff, third, eighth star ascension skill, and maxing his whatchamacallit specialties because he's got a monster debuff there. He's such an interesting general, and there's a reason why I paired him up with Bybars because he's got a monster. March size capacity is good. He's got a monster troop attack buff in his specialties, the King of the Geats, because according to legend, Beowulf was known for slaying the biggest and scariest monsters around. The number one being Grendel, but he had a reputation of being the beast slayer. His eighth star, when attacking monsters, matter troop attack plus 16% and HP plus 10. This is a PvP general, mind you, but he has monster attack buffs and good mounted troop buffs, plus a march speed to monsters and another mounted troop on top of another mounted troop attack. And then he's got a covenant, which is dope, of a minus 10% monster defense debuff. What an interest. And then here we go, another 10% of mounted troop attack on monsters. So I was like, I'm going to go with him. I'm going to pair him up with Biberino to get that 25%, with some good mounted troop attack specialties, plus march speed up and more double drop action. I just need to max that out, yet to do so. But he's working, and then I need to refine his Imperial gear big time. It's been sitting around, and I upgraded it because I got a bunch of extra equipment last time our Master Craftsman event came around. We probably won't see that for another 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Because we had the Master Craftsman the last time we had Trial of Knights, and then we just did the Tactic Scrolls, or no, Super Refining in this last one, so the next one will probably get Tactic Scrolls. On the 8th day of each new 11-day event, they take out one of the events, like the Dynasty daily one, where you can get a bunch of blazons, and they replace it with another thing like Master Craftsman, consuming. Um, we did, like I said, a super refining, which is still going on right now. Tomorrow's the last day, or today is, I forget. And let's see here. What's the other one? Man, I'm spacing. The tactic scrolls. And there's gotta be another one. You know what I'm talking about, maybe. Let's go look. We'll come back and go after that B19. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thank you, uh, uh, Yamup is telling me that just watching different videos on Evony, about Evony, you know, having a good time or looking for some pointers, uh, one of our videos showed up in the recommendations, and you recognized my name. That is so cool. You are awesome. You are you are flipping awesome. And I'm so glad to share this with you and be a part of this community with you. It's you're crazy for coming in here and checking out my crazy. It's been a lot of fun. I hope that you have enjoyed it and perhaps learned something, or at least entertained by it enough to come say hi again. And now we are friends. Please share the good news with anyone and everyone that you think might benefit from it. I love talking about this and going through it, and you know creating stuff about this game that I discover and or mistakes I make. So hopefully you don't do that too. Okay, today is the last day of super refining. This started on day 8 of our last event, and then it lasts for 5 days. Um, and the tactic scrolls, the master craftsman, those are the other ones that get started then too. Hold on one second. I need to check my earbuds. Okay. Now, if you don't mind, ooh, so close. Dude, 2 more days and it's gonna be at $4.99. I need 500 to get another General Hall 2 Historic General tickets, please. Because this guy right here, Toyotomi Hideyori, is just slipping through my grasp over and over and over again. I've I have recruited Hojo twice and Yeon, I think, 3 times from these things. They're both at 6%, just like Toyotomi is. And I need him to unlock another art treasure. Specifically, in-city mounted attack, troop, attack, HP, and defense. Thank you, my friends. We've got a number of us stopping in, saying hello, listening, passing by, concurrently viewing here at Evony TKR CR5 Life with Lito. I feel like such a douche, even using that word. I feel like such a silly goose. Plugging in or saying the channel, but I don't know. It's so cool. The live stream is just something that we can drop in and out of, and who knows? New players, old players alike, somebody who may or may not have ever seen me. Or like my friend here from Japan now who happened to catch one of the videos. Um, and here we are now. Oh, I wish I could have fought on the same with some of. I wish you could fight with you too. It is fun. It is rewarding, and I am. I want everyone to feel empowered and supported and confident and have a good time. Okay, PvP is hard for me because it can be so trying emotionally. Honestly, just the feeling that I sometimes feel from other players that I know want to destroy me. You know, it's like they live for the kill, for the hunt, for the destruction, and that feeling is so. Hey, thank you. Nice. Thank you for spending so much time with me late into your evening, early morning, 1 a.m. in Japan. Get some rest. I will see you later. So glad we're friends. Let's stay connected. You're awesome. I love you. Peace. Hey, buddy. Thank you, Yama. That's Assassination Classroom. I don't know if I want you watching that. It's- That's crazy. My kids are really into anime now, and they're seeing all kinds of stuff. And Netflix has a good, selection of anime, and I'm not terribly opposed to it, but we got to be careful as far as what it is they're watching often. A lot of My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer. I like that one. It's pretty good. Pretty good. My second youngest daughter, she is obsessed with it. She's always educating me and telling me lots of things about it. It's pretty cool. She even started making bookmarks, like drawing the various characters, colors of their, kimono and or they're not karate gis, but their garb, what they wear, and the patterns on them. It's very beautiful and it's neat. And she's like, I'm like, hey, you should maybe, create these and sell something, perhaps. I don't know. And she gets all these really neat ideas and really motivated, and she loves to create and very artistic and such. So, my goodness, I have not looked in this. Hey, let's compose. There are some things that I want to do since there's more of us. There is more. There are more. There is more of us. More is a singular word which expresses a plural form. Put it on something else, not that one, buddy. Okay, because I don't think it's appropriate for a young man at your age. People watch it all the time, buddy, but they're probably older. You're 5, okay? And there are some things you can and can't watch. Click on it. Let's see what it says as far as its rating, okay? Is it TVMA? Do you know what MA means? It means mature. You know what mature people do? What mature people do is listen to their parents, drink water, eat good food, clean their room, make their beds, brush their teeth. I kind of have to tell you to do all those things all the time. So you're not quite mature yet. Hmm? Hmm? It's TV 14, so perhaps it's not that mature and or explicit. Certainly not explicit. Fear and language. I probably curse more than that. So fear, you're going to be afraid? You're going to be able to sleep? Try an episode. Try an episode. We'll see. All right. The Bacchus Tavern, no. Feasting Revelry, that's ended. The Giant's Wisdom Temple made it to the Silver Monarch. Wow, I'm still leading there. Okay, here we go. Some more of those goods. Thank you, Hamburger. I need to save some of these for tomorrow so I can get the last 100 to get another fragment. And how much is there to earn? I always forget. The 50 is when you spend $5, 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 80 total. So I could essentially take this down to 20 and get, I want to make 300 more from today and tomorrow. Let's go down to 50. I don't know how much that was. 26. I like anything over 20. 16's rubbish. But I might be able to get another 300. Hi, CyberGamer662. What's going on? It's been quite some time since we have connected here or outside of the comments. Like we're going back one of perhaps at the beginning, right? Forgive me if I'm not remembering correctly, but perhaps earliest on when we began live streaming, you, my friend CyberGamer662, we spent a lot of time together. Yesterday in a video, I was talking about how someone that is part of this community and is awesome and badass was telling me that opening runestone chests in increments of 2000 happen to work better as far as the returns go on this, especially the immortal runestones, which are the rarest. They have a 10.77% chance of dropping and or rolling when you open the runestone chests. And I would wait until I had 100,000 of them, 99,999. And someone told me, hey, I noticed I did better when I did 2,000. Was that you? Ah, you're amazing. CyberGamer662 is telling me that missed the live streams, and I haven't done a lot lately. Actually, the beginning of or in part of, excuse me, the Mother's Day event as of most recently, I started to live stream again, tried to, and it kind of broke down. But now we seem to be up and running better. And I'd like to do this more, especially between events and at the beginning of each event, just to go over stuff and talk and check in and shoot the shit, if you will, as far as what we've got going on, what looks valuable, lucrative, and or new. And it means the world to me, Mr. 662, or Mrs. or person 662, I don't want to make any assumptions, that you've taken the time to rewatch stuff. That's super cool to me. Thank you. You know, I'll be honest, I've kind of rewatched some of my stuff too, but for the purpose, I swears, not to stroke my own ego, stoke the own fires of my greatness, which aren't real. They're delusions of grandeur, but to edit and or help everyone out as best as possible as far as making their way through some of the wild goose chases and or rabbit holes I go down. There's just so much that's connected. Check this out. Lucky Apple. Yesterday, in yesterday's video, I opened 168 witches' gifts. Now I'm back to collecting them all over again, starting over again. But here we're going to go 50. Let's say 4. I'm going to guess 4. Any other guesses? How many pies, how many delicious pies am I going to get from doing this roll here? I'm just going to say 4. Maybe, maybe not. Boom! 2. Maybe you said 2 in your head. We got 2. I'm happy with 2. I'm happy with 1 there. I happen to be doing better, I think, at getting more pies regularly through opening 50 instead of waiting till 500. We did this. Any other? Nope, no more damage rewards. Viking challenge. Still need 1 more to summon some bosses there. Been getting my ass handed to me in the Kingdom Arena by Ray Zeroed Corey 1888. They are formidable as far as their abilities to smite. I mean, look at this. Lorenzo with the skin. Nicolo. I've recently made friends with this player. They're very, very kind and cordial, and I'm grateful that they reached out to me in game. Almost the first. Tistria with the skin. Ooh, and Rostam. So this is going against that, and I'm slightly over, but they're much more equipped and or refined much better than I am. And plus, I am working on leveling up Radiant Worm. Radiant Worm is only at level 7 now, whereas Fafnir used to be on Tistria, and Fafnir is level 18. So the power has dropped significantly. Why did I just attack somebody that I know I was going to lose? Hey, which server was it you're on? Yes, yes. We were 1964 before, and about a month ago, now we're going into our 3rd or 4th server war. I think our 4th. So it's been maybe almost 2 months. We merged with 1834. So 1964 to 1834, 130 back in time. Significantly older and more experienced and significantly more powerful as far as who is on the server and who we go against. But we have grown a lot in strength and too, and we have reached some milestones that honestly we never thought we could thought were possible. I didn't think so. Getting to K40 and then going beyond it now. Corey 1888, how about you? Why am I doing this? I know I'm going to lose, but I am not one to constantly go after the low-hanging fruit, if you will. So, for example, these 2 players, I have won against them from time to time, and then, they disappear. Some people might refresh to get them again. I don't like doing that. I like to attack whoever's there, whoever's the highest, because that's what battling's all about. I don't want to smite Jordan over and over and over again. I'm going to go for the cream of the crop, the top, and you know, lose but still get the goodies because I I don't like just knocking someone down and then kicking them over and over and over again. I just can't play that way. It's not in my nature. There, I did all of my challenges. I don't have any more. I've already purchased them all. Because irregardless, that's not a word, by the way. When this is all said and done after 2 days, I'm going to get a fair amount of these Kingdom Arena coins. And if I don't get enough to get this Epic Historic Premium recruiting token, I will uh, save it until the next time because I really don't get anything else other than that. And then the ranking rewards in these are always good. Why? Because it gives you a bunch of ruby necklaces. Hot dog, are you leveling up? Are you advancing? Of course you are. You're champions. I love this event. Win or lose and or finish rather low, you're going to get a fair amount of stuff that's going to help you tremendously. All right, I'm not going to go that low, thankfully. Perhaps I'll finish in the top 30. I'll still get enough. Top 30, that's huge. These are great, great rewards. If you are perhaps hesitant and or maybe even there's some trepidation, a little bit of fear about getting involved with this because I mean we're going against 3.5 billion power players, it's worth it to just earn those points and get those coins because that stuff is extremely helpful. Did I say some of us weren't here earlier this morning for the first time in over a year? It has to be over a year. I was able to complete the hell difficulty. Oh yeah, we went over someone came through and what was it, Mr. Informal Trump? I forget his name or their name. They're in the chats here. I'm going to look. The unknown Trump has asked about my ranged buffs, and we looked at some of the reports from this hell run. We don't need to go. I don't need to toot my horn there. All right. All right. Thanks by the way, for all the questions. And CyberGamer662, you had merged as well. I remember us talking at one point, perhaps, that you had just merged, or I know you weren't going into your first server war at the time. I think that was Lawrence Systems, but they were there with us at sort of the beginning in some of the first live streams. And they're kind of preparing for getting into their first server war, and it was nice to hang out and talk and maybe comfort each other and give each other some pointers and such. But I'm fairly certain now that we were all together there with Yasser Al-Haddad, maybe even together during some Arctic Barbarian fortresses, which is going to happen in the next event too. I'm doing pretty well as far as doing some rallies and stuff. Let's see here, 5,000. Okay, good, good. We want to get our 10. I think we just need 2 more of those for the day. It's taking a long time today. Long time. But we need to do some healing now too. 2.4 million is what it costs in iron ore. 2.4 million to heal the 5,300 something of the T-15 mounted troops. Okay, 2.4 million, and we went over what's inside this box. The B19 chest has got, when you double drop, when mine's very, very high, almost guaranteed with Maria Teresa, just to go over it again, we get 5 million. Okay, 6 times 5. Well, no, 6 times 5. 30? I'm losing my mind. 5, 2, yeah, 3 million times 2. That's 6 million that I get in resources minus the 2.4. I'm getting a 3.6 million profit on resources, even with healing. That's with no buffs. It's worth it to me. because I'm making more ore, but I'm making even more on the others, plus a fair amount of speed ups and so on and so forth. And it's going towards a fame quest. And regular boss monsters, regular as opposed to event monsters or knights or Cerberus. Look at this. The Prestige 50, Monarch XP 3500. Okay, and even a legendary I think is only 4,000. Maybe it's still just 3,500 as well. But look at that Prestige at 50. A level 6 Ymir, which is at 700 million power, only gives 50 prestige. Let's take a look at that Stymphalian bird, which is slightly more powerful. 9,000 experience, monarch experience, as opposed to 3,500 and 800 prestige. Okay, here's a level 3, 50 prestige. A Fafnir B13, 450. The regular boss monsters are worth going for. Even the B10s, 11s, 12s, and 13s, even below, because their prestige amount is worth is more than those higher level event boss monsters. Any of them, Ymir, Warlords, Lava Turtles, Knights, and Cerberus, they're great, and I'll go after them all day long. I mean, yeah, Hydras, Pans, those are all 50 prestige. If you want to increase your ranking on your server, little secret here, perhaps. Uh, Go slay a ton of regular boss monsters, even the low level ones, because you're going to make more than 50 prestige on them all. So many of them. The Fire Knights, if you got the Takeda Fire Knights, which are the regular monsters at levels 45 to 50, those give more than 50 prestige. And they give more than the 3,500, or there's a 4,000 Monarch, the 3,500 Monarch XP. So increase your rank faster by going after regular boss monsters. And the higher the better, of course. 7,000 Monarch XP, 600 Prestige. That's what you need, especially if you've merged servers, because those rankings can change and you can lose subordinate city slots. Uh-oh. Do we have? Oh, they shared. I feel bad. I've been leaving Bry hanging here with his Tautiers there. I'm at Behemoth Servers. I'll get him when he comes back. But we want the level 3s. We need it. How many of those do I have, by the way? I got some rare World Civilization cards, rare packs. 2 of them. Double draw, baby. From my one level 3 Tautier this morning. What did that put me? 4? 4 rarities. I need to complete some. I need gold in America, gold in Japan, Korea, Russia. I still need gold in 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very close. But I want to get more of those. Fairmount 6. I need more Grand Canyons. It's going to cost the most. 2.2. I've got 2.6. But getting all orange gets you 2 more rare packs. I've got 4 now. If I were to get and or complete the golds in 3 of them, I could open 10 rare packs at once. Ooh, 7 of these. Only 360. 5 of those, 1.2. So 1,560. That would leave me with a little over 5,000 still. Do I want to do it? The reason why I'm not going to go less on these, because the price of composition tickets skyrockets, but I am more likely to get these more over time. Another year or so, I could easily get another 5, 6, 7, or 8. So if I use all of them at once to cut down on how much it costs to compose these, that's fine. I'm not worried about trying to get these at diamond level yet. I want the gold to unlock more of the rares, to possibly get more of the rares, and or use those composition tickets, please, to compose our golds in the special, event ones. You know what I'm saying? That's my approach to it. You might do it a different way. You might have a better way. I'm all ears as far as that goes, but Fateful Duel. See, like this has 8. This, I would want enough composition tickets to do 1 at a time. to have a better chance of getting that diamond. Why? Because I don't want to buy another one of these packs. I can now, and that's great because they have helped us. When the new event starts, you'll see a past card option here. You have the limited card, which is the latest one, Star Pilgrimage. But when the new 11-day event starts, you'll get another option here that says previous card packs, and you'll have the triumphant celebration, the heavenly fire, so on and so forth. You can choose which card packs you want to buy in those, um, thus making it easier to complete those sets. But I don't want to. Ooh, and I don't even have. This is a heavenly fire. I don't even have any of the triumphal celebrations right now. So I definitely need to complete the gold here to get a couple more, and then I would need more eventually to buy. I don't think. Sorry, that I'm gonna be able to trade enough, but I'm not worried about that right now. Here we go, medium, no double drop. Ah, Beowulf's need to work on it, and Caesar doesn't get it all the time, not nearly as much. Two, nothing else. Not. I need those last two. What was it? 14. Well, that's three. 14. That's 30 seconds. Okay, spend some time. Past 10. There we go. No one worth recruiting. I don't want to randomly refresh now. That refresh, nothing good there. I've got a couple of rebuy chances still. Anything worth. Oh, man. I don't like plundering people, but this particular player constantly plunders us. It feels vindictive. 478.1 million. 9.6 million, 2.1. 9.6 million, I think that is their siege. Oops. 9.6 million. I don't know if you knew you could do this. You probably did because you're much smarter than me, but okay. Okay. Let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it. I don't like this. I honestly, it makes me uncomfortable, but for the sake of like it's what you get for doing it to us so much. And I don't know, maybe I can't beat him. Let's see here. Oops. Hi, baby. Let's see here. I don't have a March buff on there, but I'm over 3 million. Let's just do 3,000. Boop. And I'm going to go heavy on the 15s just because they're powerful. Just the ground game is strong. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, just eyeballing the shiz. Let's see here. Is that going to work? Let's see. Let's see. My power on this is 513. Theirs is, got it. So I like dragon crystals. That's nice. Let's plunder away. I can do three and just desserts. Oops, wrong one. Like I said, I don't like doing this. I don't like plundering. Even if even if, you know, somebody's grinding my gears a little bit. Just feels rude on our own server, no less. Hey, I like the Monarch XP. What else is there? I want the treasure and the lumber. It'd be nice if I got another excellent dragon coin because I think we're gonna have a super. Oh, there's 41 seconds left on the destination. Oh, that is cold-blooded. Getting them in the last seconds. I better hurry up. I'm gonna just go ahead. Go pretty dang heavy on that. Wow. Ooh. Okay. And some source of life. Look at that. 19 seconds. I'm sorry if you happen to see that later, but that's for plundering us all the time. All the time. Sometimes it happens to you. 19 seconds left, and they're almost home free. And I happened to come across that. I don't know. Do y'all have the caravan event and or mini game, if you will, on your servers? Because it was kind of new. Let's see here, Caesar. That's a level 2. My poor alliance, leaving them hanging out here. Nobody's getting 3s. It's a bummer. I'm curious because I know that on 1964 it was just rolling out. It was kind of, hey, there's one. Awesome. Oh, someone already got it. Rhino must have gotten that. Um, did Rhino? Okay, cool. Um, it was just rolling out. They're kind of testing it. They're seeing how it worked, and then they rebalanced it or streamlined the caravan event. And I don't know if all the servers have it. 1834 does, of course. Maybe it's just some of the newer ones. I don't know. Let's see here. My friend there in Japan, he's in 1935, so that's one of the newer ones from us. I know that they would probably have it. Curious, the caravan and also the whatchamacallit, the my mind has gone blank. Expedition. Expedition. I would need to take a senior or use a senior march size buff. I'm stuck and or stopped at this level 260. I can get past Palace easy, and then I can get past Elise easy with my mounted. Maybe not now because I have Radiant Worm there and they're not very high, but my mounted, of course, is going to get slain and or destroyed and does get destroyed by Simeon the Great and their formidable ranged game. That's 655.5, 15,000 layers. So it's 1,000 in each layer. 4 million in T15s there. Oops, I want to look at this more. This helps. Do you have the expedition? Since I have T15s now, though, I'm curious, will my T15 mounted be strong enough to get past this range now with sufficient layering? Because layering matters here. Buffs matter as far as march size buffs, and monarch gear matters in the expedition. When we got to 1834 and I experienced this, I made over 20 billion in resources, super resource chests, over 20 billion by completing, and I made 1,500 covenant stones. I mean, I just raked in so many items by just going through the levels. These items are phenomenal. 300 is the highest. Let's look at the top charts. I didn't have T15 mounted then, and I've since increased some buffs in various troop action of the news. Um, I was in 5th. It looks like I've dropped 1 because Demogorgon has moved up 2. I was in front of them. I was tried with true power. Let's see here. And a couple more are on their way. I'm wondering if I can get through it now, but I don't know if I want to use a senior march buff just for the sake of that. I don't know what. There aren't a lot of bosses on the screen, on the map right now for me to like really benefit from using a senior march buff. But I definitely want to try that again, especially with my siege since I have uh, made it much more powerful with some amplified and better refined civilization equipment. I got these free in the Alliance Boss random chest, and having a level 18 Fafnir on there with good siege refinements. I think this siege will help put me past that level. It will definitely beat Palace. I don't know about the ground. Ranged is the toughest always. What would you do? You can only pick one march. Range is the last. Mounted gets destroyed by ranged. Range gets destroyed by ground because Elise is the second one. So you don't want to do ranged or mounted really. Ground and ground. So a good strong ground march against a ground march would probably be the best bet going into ranged at the end, which it will beat. I plan on during the next event getting my Temple Warriors, my T15 ground. That's when I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my T15 grounds in about a week. You'll be here with me, or at least you'll watch what I post on it, because I'm definitely going to record that and see what we're looking at as far as our perhaps. Oh, I do have an increased construction speed buff by leveling up my civilization treasure to level 7 now. So a 36% increase in the Mask of Agamemnon. My monarch equipment is still at level 10. My duty officers, duty means poop, they have not increased as far as their construction speed buffs. I may have gotten something somewhere along the lines, but I've been trying to get those days down below 10,000 as far as total construction time. But getting the T15 ground, that's gonna get me past it. Yep, yep. Because my ground couldn't beat Elise before. Now I have put on Hamilton, who I want to replace really bad, the Antonine Pilum, and I got pretty lucky, honestly, in refining this relatively quickly and wasn't terribly expensive. With these good three, I need to just get rid of that March speed to monsters. The only reason I'm not doing it more now is because tomorrow there's still the golden refining event. I want to save some refining stones and gems to benefit from the items back tomorrow. What do we got? What do we got? I'm gonna go through our inventory. We didn't even visit our witch yet, have we? We have two or three of those pies, something like that. Let's get those. I'm gonna go through the inventory and see if there's anything that I want to do with y'all while we're here. Two pies, um, and we're going to wrap up this live stream. So I want to get something to eat. I'm usually not hungry ever, um, but I think it's going to be a good idea if I do eat something. Um, and we're kind of at a spot where, hey, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Wander aimlessly on the fucking world map and try and look for anything and everything I can to rally and slay. We'll gather more. And then I will go back and forth through my inventory, looking at all my stuff, doing absolutely nothing productive, but on the inside, so desperately wanting to just open everything. I don't know if any of you feel that way ever, like I do all the time, even though, Leto, you see me roll all those O's off. That was pretty sweet. Um, Even though, Leto holds on to everything forever until there is a whole bunch of them to open them all at once, I still can't fight that urge inside me, screaming loudly to just open it. Just come on. You want what's inside there. You want it. You could get all this stuff, but I don't have a max stack yet. All right, I'm getting the pies. There are no more Tautiers being summoned. Oh, look at this. We're going to go slay something right above his bot farm. Fuck you. Sorry about my language. Not sorry about saying fuck you to the bots. All right, let's see here. I don't like bots. Let's see here. Doodle-doo. We've got Beowulf back. Beowulf is back, baby. There we go. More alliteration. I am spitting hot fire. Ha, aha. 424. And they don't have any other biggins. No biggins. That Tautier was slain. All the other ones are gone. I don't have. Let's jump in on this one. Let's perhaps let's gonna be at least a B-15 chest, which is fine. We won't spend a whole lot. Oh no, we should have gotten. No, it's the same one. I got to jump in on the B2, the level twos and level threes. I've already received my points for the day. 22, 22 out of the 40. I'm hoping I get some level twos at least. I had one level three, and the rest were all level one, so it was kind of a bummer. I've already done this. There's really nothing else to get here. I'll keep checking there. Like, there we go. There we go. We got some more of that currency. So we're getting closer to that. It's going to help because we're running out of spins. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's something I wanted to do. And so, oh shit. I am here, as far as the pink gems go, stockpile, strategic stockpile, 500 away. That's gems, and you get 1,000 for the $5 packages. 500 away from getting the next one. I mean, it's like you have to when you're that close for the sake of getting more of the stockpile tickets and some free items on top of it. All right. I have so far twice through this event over time and a few purchases here and there recruited the strongest, most formidable military strategist generals from this particular event. I've got a whisper. I don't want to check it out right now for the sake of privacy. Um, so what do I get? Double coupons. It's only 5. It's not 10. This would get me 200 and guarantee me more, or 2 more conquests, but maybe not any of those other fragments. I don't want it because there's not a lot of stuff back on it. There are no other just straight, $5 here because this was only one time. Oh, it's the best deal west of the Mississippi, I tell you what. We want to benefit. We want to take advantage of the doubles. This is always and will be one of the best as far as the least expensive, right? There's really nothing else in the interim, in purgatory, between event. I mean, you can't. It's good. It's good. I mean, not a lot of these give those. Um, Doubling up on them too. Even 20 Blood of Ares is really good. There we go. Just gotta commit. Boop. So we got that. That's a nice little return. It's minimal. Here we go at the strategic stockpile. Okay. Got the 3,000. That would be another 20 bucks. Not gonna do it, of course. 20 bucks to get 5,000 gems, but that would net you a total of 20, see 3,000, 25,000, and then it's a 35 bucks total if you were to do this strategic stockpile. Um, let's see. I'm going to do the math. 1,000 is 5, 3,000 would be, it's 2,500 is 10 bucks. So, 10, 15, 35 bucks is going to get you 100 extra tickets, stockpile tickets. And you can get that every day for 3 days. It's minimal as far as an investment goes if you are a minimal pay to play player. So you get 20 of these free every day. If you were to spend 35 each day for these 3 days, you'll make another 100. So 120 times 3 is going to be 360 stockpile tickets that you can net for a minimal price, a minimal cost between every event, every, 11 days, okay, every 2 weeks, 360. How much? 1,800. Not just a good tequila. 1,800 divided by 360. Let's see how many weeks it would take. 1,800 divided by 360. You'd have to do that 5 times. So over the course of 5 months, spending $105, if that was the only amount that you spent, $105 times 5, when you look at it that way, but it's spread out every 2 weeks, so you can set aside that amount every paycheck or whatever, you could get a $2,000 or more as far as how much it would cost to buy that general, okay, for that amount. If you are a player that spends money on this game, that is a very minimal amount that it would happen rather quickly, honestly. And who knows, you might get a burr up your ass and um, spend a little bit more because there is some good stuff to get those stockpile tickets faster. You could essentially get a $2,000+ military strategist general for only that amount. I like to go over those deals and talk about it, whether or not you're a pay to play or a free to play. Even the free to play, over the course of a year, you could get one. Yeah, bud.
Can I sleep in my fort?
Sure. It's a nap time, quiet time. You're going to take a nap in it? Are you okay? Do you have itches?
Yeah.
Why is it itching?
Because
What you eat?
I didn't eat
Okay. You haven't eaten yet? Do we need to make lunch? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to come down there in a little bit too. I'm ready. Then after that, quiet time, nap time, sleep in the fort. Try not to scratch it so much. We need to get you in the bath or the shower or something, poor kid. You dirty, dirty little kiddo, you. All right. Tonight, well, we'll see because it's not quite the weekend, and your sister, I don't know. We'll see how you get along with your sisters and stuff. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Those events, that event, I wanted to make sure to get that stockpile tickets there before this ends. We've got one more day of it. I'll redeem it at another time. I'm not going to do any refining. There's nothing else to get in here. All that stuff has been cashed in. Now it's just a matter of going out there and continuing to rally. All right. Don't have anything there yet. Let's go through our inventory last but not least, and then we'll say goodbye. We're at just over 2.5 hours. Does anybody want any of these decorations? I can't put them on my castle. I think I can send them to my friends. Do you like this temporary event? There's some really cool ones. I mean, they look really pretty and they're really neat. I wish I could use them, but they don't work on my castle decoration. Let me know. I'll send them to you. Right. I am slowly but surely making, compiling, composing service uh, uh, service skill box, service skill chests, junior service skill. I'm keeping those because my next military strategist general is going to be Philippa. When in the Landsrat, do as the Landsrat needs to do. Sorry, we got to look at this. The next general I'm going to get from this strategery box is going to be Philippa. All right. She is going to go into my warehouse. She will increase attacking range troops and siege machines attack and HP by 15%. And here's the real kicker. She's going to reduce enemy troops defense by 15%. Okay. The attacking range troops and siege machines attack and HP, that's your siege and range when they're attacking, when you send them on a march. But the debuff is what I can gather from the language here and reduces enemy troops defense by 15%. That is a straight across the board defense reinforcing. This is a constantly active debuff. 15% defense debuff. I think that's pretty badass. Now we've got these which don't come into play. That one doesn't. Here, apply to your warehouse officer. We're going to protect food from upkeep. That's awesome. And resources, but add another 15% to our attacking siege and range troop attack. That's awesome. We want the attacks to those guys to be high. And this last one, illustrious generation, attacking mounted troops. That's flip-flopping grand. Spectacular. 15% on mounted and ground attack. Mounted troop attack 20, so a total of 35% for mounted. You know I like my mounted for much this land. Und an enemy ground troop and mounted troop HP deboifage. That's why I want her. Plus, being the warehouse officer, I get to, or she will be able to equip and or utilize, benefit from these mounted troop attack skills. They are exclusive to service skill books. You can either only get them from purchasing packages or purchasing them with gems within the duty. Duty means, come on, it means that you do a service, all right? Duty. Um, you can get them for 3,000 a piece. You can manually refresh them and buy them over and over and over again to disassemble them, okay? Disassemble them and then compose them once you get 10. Forgive me if I'm preaching to the choir and or saying this again, but this is my master plan. Or disassemble them until you get 10 of them, which then you will compose into a junior officer skillbook chest for service. When this gets high enough for me and I'm comfortable, I will open them in the hopes of getting enough level 2 service skill books. Okay? And I can do a 2% attacking mounted troop HP buff, and I can hopefully get that up to 3%. Oh! But what I'll probably do, because I'm a madman, is compose, get as many of these level 2s that I can, and then disassemble those to compose the next level of officer skillbook chest. I don't know if it goes from junior to senior, okay? But the senior has level 2, 3, and 4 in them. And I want at least I want a level 4. I want the highest you can get. Why save up all of those to not work towards the highest? That's just my thinking. I have these level 1s on my warehouse officer already. Defense by 2%, attacking HP 2%, and that's ranged. Where's my other mounted? Attacking mounted troop attack 2%. So I'm buffing my mounted troops 2% in each thing. It's all attacking. Philippa's got her mounted troop buffs there too. If I can get these to, I don't even know what a level 4 looks like. Fuck it, let's go check it out. We have regularly have access to an officer skillbook package service package. You get a senior officer skillbook. Only way to get them is that $100 package. That's a lot, man. That's a lot, woman percent. Okay, to get 4, and then you're not even guaranteed over level 2. You're more than likely to get a number 2, especially if you're only opening 4 of these at once. What is a level 4 mounted service? This one is attack 15%. Noikes. I didn't know it was that high. Level 2 is only 3. It goes from 2 to 3. What's 3? Then 8, 2, 3, 8, and then shabloips. It skyrockets to 15%. I've never looked at that. Maybe you have, and you're like, Lito, you are a silly goose. You didn't know that. 15% attack buff on top of the 35% that Philippa is giving as the warehouse. Mother flipping 50% mounted troop attack buff by getting Philippa with max specialties in the warehouse. That's my plan. Wow. HP, 15%. And I'm guessing that the defense, that's ranged, Jesus Christ. Defense, 15%. That is astronomical. Wow. I'm going to save up for level 4. I mean, 15%. I will accept nothing less, and it's just going to take time. When I'm done refining, I will use all of my gems just to buy those skill books and compose them. I got to see what goes beyond these juniors officer skill books anyway. I've opened some of them and saw that you could potentially get level 2s. Um, and I was like, man, I should save these up. Why am I opening them right away? I'm a dingus. So the stockpile 1,800 tickets is going to get you the military strategist. These sprint returns might help you get to the military strategist faster because they are easier to acquire, these Hermes coins. And I have been saving mine up. I'm at 22,550, 450 away from being able to redeem a military strategist here. Philip is going to be first, and then after that, I'll probably go with Margaret. Attacking troops, attacking maps. We are living it up, and they have service skill books too. All right, Philippa, then probably Margaret. I have Yolanda already. I do like Katerina Sforza a lot. Honestly, there is another way that I can maybe, perhaps, if I get super lucky, acquire Queen Anne. She is amazing there in the embassy. She is buffing ranged and siege attack. Now, this is cool because it's reinforcement capacity and ranged troops and siege machines attack 25%. That's a flat basic buff. That's not attacking and or just reinforcing. It's buff. It's increasing the reinforcement capacity, but any and every ranged and siege machine you have, defense, is going to get an attack buff by 25%, and then a monster 20% attack and defense debuff. All enemy troop types. Queen Anne is the bee's knees. And then she has also got more reinforcement action, which she does buff reinforcing troops, attacks, and defense. But this bad boy, look at her debuffs. A total of, let's see, minus 10 their defense and HP. And here's attack and defense 20%. So attack debuff 20%, defense debuff 30%, HP debuff 10%. She is contributing massive amounts of debuff action to the enemy, wherever it comes from. And she's even got a ground troop and mounted troop attack plus 15, and that's going to benefit your Boudica and or Queen Tamar, or Isaac Brock. Keep defense. I like her a lot. I like her a lot. So I don't know if the next time I would get her instead of Margaret. Research speed is awesome, but that 15% is not making the biggest impact when it's only 300 to 500 days. If it was 1,000 or more, 15% is going to make a huge decrease to that research speed. All right. We're not in the 10,000 plus days like with construction. So research speed is awesome, but it might not be as important as so many debuffs that Queen Anne has. Although, all right, all attacking troops and then more mounted and HP, attacking persuasion 15-15, attacking troops of all types 8 and 8, 15 plus 8, that's oh no, research rate, that's 16, plus she's got 15, so 31% increase is pretty good for research speed. And all troops attack defense and HP 10%. So she is a very, very good military strategist one as well. And she might even have a skin eventually. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna get it. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I don't even know if it's gonna happen, but I've gone over this before because I look at everything and I can't help myself, and I'm like, you know what? Let's check this out. It's been a while. Go to the detail, go to your avatar, change avatar. You can go to the general, and look at the different skins available. Okay, and down here at the very end, Yes, we Rostam, all right, and Tistria and Nicolo and Lorenzo. They were the latest. Gilgamesh was one before that. Ethelflate, I want that one so bad, and I want Caesar. Anyways, I digress. Boom! Look at that. Frost Feather Cantos. Margaret's skin to unlock. I've never seen this. Never seen it. I don't know where it's going to come from. And then, interestingly enough, if you're a part of Evony, the King's Return, the Facebook community, they have just asked a question. They posed a question to the community. Who's your favorite general? Queen Tamar, the newest wall defense general. I talked about her in the last video because I got her and I'm going to start developing her. Or Margaret. And I'm like, why are you asking about Margaret? Like, I don't know very many players that are able to get Margaret, honestly, and or have her yet, or will ever get her because of how exclusive and potentially expensive she is. But that makes me think that coming up soon, I'm a conspiracy theorist now. I'm like an Ebony conspiracy theorist now. Why talk about Margaret when you are talking about the newest defense general that we have here? All right, case in point, Queen Tamar. I'm just going to say Tamar. I don't know where the emphasis is on there. I should look it up, but I think it's actually Tamar. Anyways, um, they're asking about her. She just came in the Mother's Day event, and I'm developing her. I'm not going to be able to take her up past 6 stars with just her ascension fragments. I'd have to use exclusive fragments to get her higher. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Okay, don't pressure me. And Margaret, who is one of the more recent military strategist officers. Okay, the most recent is Hugh O'Donnell, and then Philippa was before that, and then just before that was Margaret. Never seen a skin for an officer, but let's see if I can pull this up. Bear with me here. I'm looking at the community because I want I want to get to the bottom of this. Damn it! Or just kind of share it with y'all because it's so. Why? Why are you doing this? Sonata's value. Thanks for your feedback. And now I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Checkity check the microphone. Look at that. What's the question? What's the question here? Which general is your favorite? React and let us know. Which is your favorite? Queen Tamar or Margareta Valois? Does anybody have either or both of these? I like this comment here. Which car is nicer to drive? Is a McLaren and like a fucking Ferrari? I'll never know. All right, describe your alliance in one sentence. I did that. We've got the beautiful Demeter there. No, not Demeter. That's Minerva. Okay. Step one to purchase. Teaching us how to use the what do you call it? There is a gift code. That's probably an old one. Anyways, this is the Facebook community. This is one of the newest ones. It is very recent, May 17th, which is 3 days ago at 7 a.m. And it looks like I did reply to this. We'll see once I get Margaret someday. I'm gonna get her later. Are we gonna see that skin soon? What's that skin gonna do? Is it gonna cost $3,000? I hope not. Probably, but very interesting. Margaret may be someone I pick up earlier than I anticipated. Super feeding event should be happening. Okay, save your excellent dragon coins. Save or conserve as many high quality level 6 and level 7 materials that you can. If you don't have any crafting to do, dedicate it to your dragon development. Radiant Worm, I acquired 2 events ago when they had the Wheel of Dragon War return. Wheel of Dragon War. Wheel of Dragon War. And I'm hoping to, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get Radiant Worm up to level 10 finally, and then we'll be making a much bigger impact for Tistria and my mounted game. I'm super excited about that. I had my eyes on Radiant Worm for a long time. And then once I get that beast, the beautiful beast, to level 15, I'll unlock a rather unique and hard to get fame quest and whatchamacallit thingamajig here. Let's check it out. I'm just excited about this. Age of Splendor, all right? Epic, the Grandmaster. No, that's Jawser. Where is it? It's one of these, dang it, where you will unlock a ding dang. Oh, it's over here, this decoration. It's a use to activate, which I probably won't, but it's a Dragon Miracle. Talked about it in my video. I'm sorry. This isn't owned to activate. It's always active. You don't have to have it on there, but it looks cool. This one, Domain of Supremacy. Used to activate all troops, defense, HP, and attack. There. I have the Sacred Domain of the Lion, the Force of Sacred Lion Supremacy, and it's got 2 debuffs and a significant mounted troop buff, defense, HP, and attack. So I won't ever equip that, but unlocking it feels kind of cool. I hope you get there too. So yeah. That was a fun stream. I need to get my voice a break. We're at 250. It's like I can't help it. I must. I am compelled. I am mics. Damn. I lost y'all. It's telling me you need to stop. Yeah, I'm dropping like crazy. Okay, we're not going to be able to do it. Okay, I got to say goodbye. I love y'all. Okay, because my connection's getting all messed up. Sorry, it's such a weird. What did I do there? Number lock. I love y'all. Gotta go because the connection is being terrible. Connection is going out. Some of us are there. I think you can get that still. It's now back to excellent. I'm not going to make you suffer for me going through my inventory. I don't even think there's really anything I need to open and or go over because I got to save it until tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow. But what a cool ding dang time. This will be recorded for posterity's sake. If you are bored as heck, okay, and you just want to put something on for noise, and or if you are just so impressed by how amazing our community is, share this with the world, anyone and everyone that would you think would have this sort of taste, if you will. I am not for everybody, all right? Maybe too energetic, maybe too silly, maybe I have too many different voices. I understand. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And there are many times where perhaps I am going on a little too long for some people's likes and or comfort. I'm different than your other Evony content creators, and that's okay. I love y'all. You're important to me. You're so valuable. Any and every moment and ounce of energy you spend here is so valuable and just wild to me that you want to. Uh, I'm just an R5. I'm just an R5. Meeting all you, connecting with you, sharing with you is such a rewarding experience. I can't wait, and I'm going to keep doing this. There are some big things on the horizon, but like I said, if you know someone that likes to go in depth, talk about things, and get involved, I am here. I will be here. We will be here. Share, like, comment, subscribe. That's cool. And I'm okay with this community getting bigger, and I need your help. No, I'm going to keep doing that. I love you. Please, next time I'm going streaming and or the next video, check it out. It's fun. I love you. Peace. I got to press another